What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And I mean, look, we have to make a video on this stuff. I'm sure plenty of you guys who are Dokkan fans already know all the details about what's going on, but for those of you who are like on the fence of playing Dokkan, or like, you know, a previous player, want to come back during the 10th anniversary, this is a pretty good time to come back. And of course, during the celebration, there's going to be a ton of Dragon Stones given away to everyone. This is going to be crazy, like legit, one of the best celebrations this game has ever put to like mobile games, honestly. This celebration looks absolutely wild. This banner does come out, by the way. The 10th anniversary literally comes out in a few hours. It's 4 p.m. EST time, so yeah, I will probably be live streaming some pulls. We'll see. I've got plenty of Dragon Stones to use, so yeah, we're hoping for some good luck, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, look, there was so much stuff revealed. Of course, we have the full details here for the new Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. Of course, they do have the tag switch mechanic, so we can kind of just have a brief overview about how these characters actually work. Also, you can see on this website about the medals that you'll get, so if you want to like preemptively farm some of these medals, you can do that. However, usually when these characters debut, they will have like an event where by farming the medals with certain units on your team, you can just get them for free, so you don't have to do them, but either way, it's cool that they're available. So Goku leads this new category, Heroes Who Protect the Earth. So who's actually in this category? So you've got the new Hercule as well, Mr. Satan. You've got this guy right here. You've got this Gohan. Even like this Goten and Trunks is really good. You got Beast. You got this, Gogeta. You've got, this Goku as well. You got the Int Super Saiyan 4s. I mean, like, look, you got plenty of stuff to go around with. But of course, he doesn't just have that. He also has the fused fighters. You've got Pure Saiyans. You get HP 200% and then 170% to attack and defense. And then if you have Warriors Raised on Earth or the Potara category, you get an additional 50%. So it can be 250% HP, 220% attack and defense. Like, these are some crazy leader skills here. Now, Goku, the way that he works is that, like, you'll always start the fight as Goku. You'll get a bunch of all of these abilities, right? But then what will happen is after the 4th turn from the start of battle, meaning if he's like not on the first rotation, like it doesn't matter, right? It's from the 4th turn from the start of battle, not from his entry turn. It will allow you to activate the merge mechanic. Now on the website, let me go ahead and try and find the actual clip. So they've got Goku and then Vegeta appears here. So they've got like an animation that plays when Vegeta shows up. And then you'll see it here after this. So you got Goku, and there's like a little icon with a little arrow, and then it switches to Vegeta. So when this little arrow icon appears, you can switch between Goku and Vegeta like legitimately whenever you want. So you've got that really cool ability to do that. You've got the active skill of Goku, which activates from the 5th turn onwards from the start of battle, and that allows you to activate Potara Fusion. However, with Vegeta, it's a little bit different, where he also has an active skill and can be activated as soon as he appears on the field, and he will say during the battle, you get 3 key, 18% attack and defense, and guard all attacks. So you can just go ahead, switch to Vegeta, activate that. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you can use Goku and Vegeta's active skill during the same battle, or if you use Vegeta's active skill, you can't use the Potara Fusion. I'm pretty sure that is the case. So you do have to pick and choose which active skill you want, and I feel like most of the time people want to fuse into Vegeta, right? That makes sense. Goku with his super attack, he does increase his attack like continuously. It's a stacking attack and then gives defense. And then with Vegeta, he increases defense. He stacks defense and then raises attack for 1 turn. So you can have Vegeta up. And the thing is that this guy, he is really good in slot 1, and you've got Goku, who is more offensively focused, which is really good in slot 2 and slot 3. Not saying Goku won't be able to tank attacks, but you know, he only, for the first 3 turns, he does give you 50% damage reduction, which is kind of good. So he's able to tank hits pretty well from the start of battle. But once you get to that 4th turn, of course, you can activate Vegeta, switch to him, and he can be your tanky unit. So that is the way that you can kind of use him. And then once he comes back again, you can switch back to Goku in order to activate the active skill, and then you can transform into Vegito. Now, I have already seen some private server footage of Vegito, and it looks pretty clear cut that he's probably going to be the best unit in the game, which is I guess, kind of good to see. I would love to see, you know, new characters that debut for big celebrations should be some of the best units in the game. And yeah, this guy's definitely going to be following suit with that. So the thing with him, when you transform into Vegeta, you get a full heal. And the good thing is when you actually have the Potara fusion, there's no HP requirement for this either, like the strength Vegeta with Goku and Vegeta. Having to have like stupid HP requirements really made things a little tricky. This guy doesn't matter. As soon as you transform, full heal, massive stats. Every time you get a tight Ki Sphere, +3. Guard against all attacks, which is dope. 60% damage reduction. Additional super attack. Cool thing about this guy, he actually doesn't have a 12 key and an 18 key super attack. He's just got a 12 key super attack, and it is an ultra super attack. It's ultra colossal damage, greatly raising attack and defense. So that's cool. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Very easy to get his super attack, of course. And then all allies under the Hero Defender of Earth, which is the category, or Potara, get 2 key, 40% attack and defense. So he just gives a bunch of stats and additional key. Every time he attacks, 20% crit bonus up to a max of 100. So after 5 attacks, he's guaranteed critting, which is very big, by the way, because he does have counter attack. Now, I believe this is like the translated one from Japanese, but this is Ferocious Force, which this is a ton of damage, right? And then within the first 4 turns of him appearing, he also gives you the ability to see where the super attacks are. So this guy just seems cracked. His ultra super attack is a ton of damage. He also has an active skill which can deal ultimate damage, gives himself a bunch of defense, and the target mechanic where all attacks will target him, guaranteeing crit, which of course is perfect for his countering. This guy is just legitimately crazy. He tanks everything. Although super attacks is still going to do a ton of damage to him, he does have that massive damage reduction and huge defense and stuff. But I think, like, obviously super attacks is still going to be a bit of a problem, I think, especially when you get to like really high-end content. But every normal attack, he's going to destroy normal attacks and then counter and do tons of damage. Like, I saw this guy on the Truth's video. He was doing like 20+ million crits for his counters. Like, it was just nuts. This guy looks to be probably the best unit in the game. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty cracked unit. I think everyone wants to get their hands on this guy. But this is not the only unit debuting, so this is going to be the Dokkan Fest. We do have 2 Carnival units. We've got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku from GT, as well as the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan God Evolution Vegeta, should I say. Then we've got, so as we said, we've got this Goku from GT. This guy's pretty cool too, so he is a super quick type. For the way that he works is that when you fall below 70% health, or from the 5th turn from the start of battle, that's when you can activate the Great Ape transformation. And you pretty much want to be doing that, but at least within the first 4 turns, he does have high chance of evading, and he guards all attacks. And then, of course, when he appears for that 5th turn, where this is no longer available, you can transform into the Great Ape. So I like that, like, design-wise, this all makes sense, which is good. No stupid mechanics going on here. When he reaches 24 key, though, guaranteed crit, which is pretty good. He gives +2 key for every blue key sphere, and then +1 for every other non-blue key sphere. So getting his 24 key probably won't be too tricky. He's got obviously pretty good links, of course, and then he does have the ultra super attack, which is just greatly raising attack and defense, ultra colossal damage, all that good stuff. And then, of course, when you can transform into Great Ape, it's Great Ape for 1 turn, and then after the Great Ape, he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This guy's pretty strong. For every 4 key, he has, every time he attacks, every 4 energy meters, so every 4 key, attack and defense plus 44%, which is fantastic. He says guaranteed crit within the first 4 turns of him appearing as well. At the start of the turn, if you're below 44%, you just recover 44% HP. I assume this is like permanent, so every time you fall below 44, he just recovers it back, because it doesn't have like a 1 next to it. So this looks like permanently, every time you fall below 44%, he just heals you back. So that's dope, as long as it's at the start of the turn, of course. Every time you attack for an infinite, you get +1 key, plus 20% crit, and every time you're attacked, +1 key, 20% crit. So once you get to this guy, he is just like critting. He guards all attacks, of course. He's got a support effect as well. This guy's, again, really, really, really strong. Have a look at that leader skill, by the way. 4 key, 220% to your Great Ape power category. Of course, this is the Super Saiyan 4 category. This is an interesting one. I personally, on my account, I don't have like too many of these units. I got a fair amount of them, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to build a good team with this guy, but hey, look, he does have a lot of other categories that you can put him on. I mean, look at the ton of categories that he's got here. He's got a lot of categories he can go into, so Either way, Super Saiyan 4 Goku looks really, really strong as well, and he partners, of course, with this. Vegeta is going to be on the same banner as this Goku. So in terms of value, this one does seem kind of better because you can potentially pull 2 of the new units, but I mean, everyone wants to get Vegeta, you know what I mean? This guy though, Vegeta, he has a space survival. I'm pretty sure this is just the universal survival category. Yeah, it's 4 key, 220% stats, which is again fantastic because this category is massive. There's so many good units on this category. When you appear, if there is another ally in this Universal Survival Saga team, you get, for 6 turns, 60% attack and 30% damage reduction. That's really good. You got good stats. Random key change. He can change from any, except for strength. So any orb that isn't strength can be changed into a rainbow orb. Every time he attacks, 200% attack. Every time you attack, infinite amount of times, +1 key, 40% defense up to a max of 200. During this turn, you get 7% damage reduction. So every time he attacks, you get 7% damage reduction, which is strong. So he's going to be just a tank, as well as dealing pretty good damage, honestly. Every 2 key you get an additional attack, and with a medium chance of it becoming a super, up to a max of 5. So if you collect 10 key spheres, he does 5 guaranteed additionals with a medium chance of being a super. Like, this guy just does ton of attacks. And of course, every time you attack, +1 key, additional defense, damage reduction. Like, this guy's gonna be so good, especially in like slot 2 and slot 3, because every time you attack, you get this damage reduction only for the turn. So if you attack like 5 times, that's 35% damage reduction. You're gonna have like this completely maxed pretty much. Like, he's just gonna be an absolute beast when you get that activated. When you use your special moves, when you use your super attack with 6 or more times during the battle, you get infinite 30% damage reduction. And when you use your special moves 7 or more times during the battle, guaranteed crit. Like, I mean, there's not really much else to say. He does have a unit super attack. So if you have a Goku on your team, you get the unit super attack, which is a permanent attack raise, greatly raised defense for 1 turn, and then ultra colossal damage. So there's not really a lot of like crazy mechanics going on with this Vegeta. He does have the unit super attack with Goku. He just does a ton of damage. He tanks very well. That's kind of like how he works. He's just a very, very good unit. And I mean, the Universal Survival Saga team is already phenomenal. Partnering this guy with like AGL UI Goku, Tech UI Goku, and we have a sneaky suspicion that in part 2 of the celebration, there's going to be probably another Universal Survival Saga category character that goes with this guy. Yeah, obviously, this team is already very, very good, so this is another great support for that kind of squad. But anyways, that's the breakdown of all these new units. I'm really excited for this one. I will be doing some pulls, honestly, for whenever this banner goes live, so definitely expect that on the YouTube channel. Really, really excited to jump back into this one, man. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more Dokkan Battle content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.